What's going on, guys, and welcome to this episode of Tailgate Talk. On today's episode, we got a little Facebook Marketplace find. We're going to be installing a Westin rear bumper for my Jeep JT. But first, we got to paint it. Alright, now that we have the bumper painted, let's take off the old bumper. First step is going to be to remove your license plate. The second step is going to be to remove your wire harnesses. First one is this one. You're going to push down on this clip and pull out. Next one is going to be your license plate lights. You're going to pinch them together, and then you're going to pull them out as well. Next, you're going to have to pull out all of these plugs. The next step is going to be to take off these two supporting bolts. You have two on the right side, two on the left side, and it's going to be with a 16mm socket. Next, you're going to take off these two bolts behind the license plate, also with a 16mm socket. Now that everything's taken off, the bumper should come right off. Now the last thing you have to do is to remove these two bolts that hold your tow hook. If you have the Rubicon or the Mojave models, you're going to have one on each side. But for me, I have the Sport, so I just have one tow hook to remove. Now that we have the old bumper removed, let's go ahead and install the new bumper. It should be fairly simple, as it's only 8 bolts in total. 2 in the sides on either end, and 2 in the top on either end. Now the rear bumper is pretty heavy, so what I did to get it put into place before I could put the bolts in is I put 2 ratchet straps around my bed rack, and I'm slowly cranking them up on either end to get the bumper into position so I could put the bolts. Now that the bumper's in place, I'm going to install the bolts. So basically I'm going to be doing a bolt, a crush washer, a regular washer, and then the bolt end. Let's get to it. So the first 2 bolts are going to go in the factory location as your old bumper. I didn't really record this step because these bolts were very hard to get in, but you do have to put 2 bolts in each of the factory locations, as well as 2 bolts where your old tow hooks used to be. Now all you have left to do is to plug in the old factory connections. Now for my old license plate lights, I am going to have to zip tie them and tie them here until I come to a day where I'm going to wire them to the lights that are in the bumper. Alright guys, we got the bumper all fitted and installed. I still have to wire the lights. I really like the look of the bumper. One thing I would say is that you do have to lose your factory hitch, which I don't really like, but overall it's still a very nice and durable bumper. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Tailgate Talk. I'll see you guys next time.